Ooh, it's episode 26 of our Road to Legend, guys. And in this episode, I've got something really amazing to show you guys. Well, I came really close to hitting to Legend, and all things went downhill after that towards the end because I reached 2,992 ELO. Yeah, but it didn't go as well as what I thought, and I thought I could actually just show you guys me hitting Legend in this episode, but unfortunately not. Alright, we will check things out as I got a total of 12 battles to show you guys. Okay, so hi to all of you guys. So yes, in the last episode we were at 2,838 ELO, and I have a total of 150 battles that I did after battling for 6 days in total, and I've got 12 battles to show you guys. So we're gonna start with the very first battle against Christian22, and I'm here back in Singapore, alright, and I thought I could actually finish my grind to Legend before the Safari Zone starts, because it starts in 2 days time. I'm hoping to hit Legend before it starts so that I can have more time to do other stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not able to. So you guys can see it's still Ultra League right now, and Master League is about to start I think soon also. I think it might have even started already as we are speaking. Yeah, so I'm not too sure, but yeah, you guys can see I'm fighting against Jellison again, man. And Jellison, the same thing. I'm just going with double Earthquakes, the same strategy as what I would do against Giratina. So yeah, the struggle has been real, man, I must say that. But it's been really fun, I must say, being able to push so high to 2,800 and even 2,992, which I tweeted out and even put up on the community post. But yeah, I really thought I just needed to play one more set, and eventually I don't know, man, that after reaching 2,992, I actually lost 5 battles for that set, and I'm like, oh my god, my elo went down. I'm like, okay, but it did not go down to under 2,900. It went down to like 2,914 or something like that. And then eventually I pushed back up slightly, and then it went down again, and not good. Alright, so anyway, you guys can see Trevenant is fighting against Nido Queen. We have 2 shields left. Talon Flame is brought in, but which will knock us up. But we did 2 Shadow Claws first, bringing back in our Swampert, but he's going to switch into Jellison, which then she was able to catch my Hydro Cannon, which is totally fine, I suppose so, since we need to actually use a Hydro Cannon and also an Earthquake to knock out the Jellison anyways. By the way, if you guys are wondering where I'm at, I'm actually in front of my accommodation, alright, by the side of the road here, because it's not so conducive to actually do this video at the accommodation, as there's a lot of noise interruption, though there's also a bit here, but still not as noisy in there, and also I'll be disturbing other people. So hence why I'm sitting out here in the open to actually do this video. But yes, I'm in Singapore already, alright, preparing for the Safari Zone, which, like I said, happens in 2 days time. So you guys can see this battle is going pretty okay for me. Like I said, we have 2 shields on our Talon Flame, but the problem is my opponent going to use Brave Bird or Flame Charge. So I decided to shield that it's actually a Flame Charge. And you guys notice also, this battle was done on the 11th of November, which is like around 5 days ago. So yeah, I normally do my battles after 12 AM, right after 12 AM. Just so that I can have more time to actually think and do other stuff during the daytime. Looks like it's about to rain also, which isn't good, because I'm supposed to meet a few of my friends to actually go and grind a bit. I'm going to bring them around Singapore to grind my usual route. Some people have already arrived to Singapore today. Some will be arriving tomorrow, which then I'll be bringing them around to do some activities and play Pokemon GO. In fact, tonight we also have Raid Hour also, which then Anne is the one organizing to actually get people together to play at Chinatown tonight. Alright, so you guys can see now we have a really bad lead against Trevenant. I always try and catch the Seed Bomb. Unfortunately, we failed to do so. Some people actually throw their Seed Bomb after 5 Shadow Claws, some after 6 or even 7, but most people will do it between 5 to 7, so hence why I'm trying to catch that. Alright, so anyway, Brave Bird is going to be fired off against the Drapion, and it's not going to shoot it. Unfortunately, we ain't able to take it down before we get hit by a charge move, but it's okay. We can actually use our next Pokemon to farm down the Drapion, which is going to be our Trevenant. So the next Pokemon might be the Swampert. I don't think so, man, because not Swampert, sorry, Trevenant. It doesn't have a Swampert. Excuse me. So Trevenant, we're going to have to try and shield this because it might be a Shadow Ball. It's a Seed Bomb bait. Alright, but we're going to go with our own Seed Bomb also, because he's already left with low health in the yellow already. So if we just use Seed Bomb and do like 2 or 3 more Shadow Claws, it should be enough. Alright, Cobalion is in. We are then going to go ahead with our Seed Bomb again and see if we can bait a shield. Alright, I mean he has 2 shields left, so high chance he will actually shield this up. Unfortunately, my opponent did not want to shield that, so I'm like, okay, not so good, man. It could be Stone Age, but I'm gonna let this go through first. It's okay. Stone Age, we do not leave that. We do leave that, sorry, by 1 sliver of health. And we're gonna fire off the Shadow Ball. Alright, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead to bring in Swampert immediately after our Trevenant faints from that double kick. Alright, we're gonna let this go through because we have to save the shield against the Trevenant Seed Bomb. But the question is, can we actually take out the Trevenant, man? We have 2 Hydro Cannons ready, but we need 3 actually. This Trevenant managed to get in its Shadow Claw, which is normal because when you actually do a charge move, you require 1 turn. So hence, you know, it will actually go through, but we actually just fast move it down. Because if he's going to use his charge move, I'm just going to shield up. I'm still going to get 1 mud shot in and have a slight advantage over him. So against our next opponent, man, and he's already reached Legend, and that's what I want to reach. And it's been so hard, man. The grind, I must say, is just tiring at times also, but I'm just pushing through. You guys can see I've done over 2,000 battles already, but I'm not giving up because it's still left with 2 weeks before the season ends, and hopefully I can make it before the season ends. Otherwise I'll try again the next season, I suppose. So I already have a plan for the next season if I actually do try again for Legend. Since I gain more experience, I probably will only play during the last 50% of this season instead of the first 50%, because I realized that not many people, their points, their elo is that high that you can actually climb that quickly. Of course, right now as we are speaking, there are people who have even reached 3,400, 3,500 elo already, but I'm still very far from the 3,000 elo mark, so I'm still trying. Alright, so Giratina and then against a Cobalion. Okay, Cobalion is a shiny Cobalion, though we're going to go with Shadow Ball straight since he's left with 1 shield. Probably he's going to preserve the shield, and let's see if he's going to shield this or not. Nope, he's not shielding that. We're going to just fast move the Cobalion, but the Cobalion is going to use its charge move first, probably a Stone Age, which I'm going to save the shield for my Talonflame instead. Talonflame is definitely more important to save the shield for, in my opinion, most of the time, because Talonflame seems to be the one that is the MVP for most of the battles that I'm fighting against, and you guys can see that's why I decided to save up. We're going to use our Flame Charge to actually take out the Giratina and also increase our attack. Alright, he decided to shield that. We're then going to fire off the next Flame Charge, not before we get hit by a charge move. Now, let's see what's the charge move. It is going to be Ancient Power. We do survive that though. Alright, but the question is, can we take out the Giratina before another charge move comes in? No. I was hoping that it would, because if it does, it would be great, because the next Pokemon I have the Brave Bird ready already, or in fact whatever move that's required, but he brought in Escavalier. And we're going to go with Shadow Ball, alright, because the Seed Bomb will be double resistant. So hence, now the question is, can we farm down the Escavalier? If this is Drill Run, we could still possibly win it. We could still Seed Bomb the Cobalion by, say, Mega Horn. So that was quite sad. I remember in the last episode I did mention that one of my opponents actually used a Drill Run on my Trevenant instead of Mega Horn, and now the opponent actually did use Mega Horn against me and I lost that one. So against the next opponent, against Shadow Warrior, though, whenever we encounter Shadow Warrior with our Shadow Swampert, it's not really ideal for us, because the Shadow Warrior will definitely beat us. Even if we are going to use 1 shield, it's not a very good one. And he tried to catch my Earthquake on his Gyarados because it will be double resisted, but instead I used the Hydro Cannon, and that did a single resisted damage instead, which was still devastating. As you can see, the Shadow Gyarados is almost taken out already, but we're going to fire off another Hydro Cannon, and he is going to shield this. Alright, from memory, what I can remember is he is going to shield this. Oh, okay, no, he did not. Wait, I really forgot, man. There's just too many battles that I did. Like, really, at times. By the way, like, seriously, whenever I do my battles, I will be messaging people at the same time. And also, sometimes I'll be watching YouTube shorts and even TikTok just to entertain myself a bit. Yeah, and sometimes I just even do those in between the battles as I'm waiting for the battles to be found. Alright, wait, let me see. I'm gonna put my stuff here. Just make sure that I watch over it also. Alright, we got Brave Bird firing off right now against the Talonflame, but we're gonna pull a switch out. Alright, we have 2 shields against the Talonflame, so we're gonna shield up against this definitely. Any move from Talonflame is gonna do super effective damage to our Trevenant. Alright, we're gonna take out the Talonflame. At this point of time, I actually lost focus. I should have actually done 2 Shadow Claws and just fire off the Shadow Ball straight away. Alright, but we're gonna farm up a bit more energy since that has happened. Alright, so great. Shadow Ball is gonna knock out the Trevenant, Talonflame, sorry, not Trevenant, and then we're gonna go with Seed Bomb straight away. Alright, let's see, and it is going to almost be enough to knock out the Warren. We're gonna not be able to do anything to this, but we're gonna have to bring in our Talonflame to actually just incinerate it down. Unfortunately, we got hit by another Icicle Spear and we just got knocked out. So those battles are really close to the extent that I thought I was gonna win, but eventually I lost. Yeah, there are many battles that happen like that. I was like, okay, this should be fine already. And then eventually I'm like, what? I lost with like a sliver of health left on my opponent's Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I could have played better and I focused. And then eventually once I suffer a loss like that, I will put my phone down. I'm like, okay, let's play properly. And then after that, the points will start climbing up again. And then I'll start becoming complacent again, and I'll start using my phone while I'm playing again, and then I will lose again, and then, yeah, the cycle continues. So maybe I should just stop using my phone while I'm like playing. Yeah, by the way, I'm always playing on my iPad, but my phone is what I use for communication and whatsoever. Especially now with the Safari Zone starting, I need to communicate and make sure that things are running smoothly with my friends who are actually coming here to Singapore and want to bring them around and whatsoever, arranging for meetups and whatsoever. Alright, so anyway, we're gonna see that Cresselia is in. We're gonna go ahead to try and knock out the Cresselia. Unfortunately, we just ain't able to take it out, but we're gonna get hit by another Moonblast, which we are gonna survive. The Shadow Claw is gonna knock it out already. We have 2 shields on both of our sides. And let's see what's my opponent gonna bring in. It's gonna bring the Warren. We're gonna go ahead to use our Seed Bomb against the Shadow Warren. Yep. It's not Shadow though, Brandon. Wake up. Seriously, guys, I just woke up. Alright, so excuse me if I'm a bit sleepy right now. Excuse me. Yeah. So normally I try and do my voiceovers like in the daytime or in the morning, because at night I'll be just too busy playing the battles. So hence I will do the voiceover right now. But you know, as I just woke up only, it's kind of I'm kind of sleepy and still like dazing over here. Alright, I do not try and do it like in the afternoon or whatsoever, because most of the time we're out like playing Pokemon GO or even meeting people or whatsoever. So hence why I do not have the time to actually work on this. So hence why I do it in the morning. Alright, so it's going to bring in the Venusaur. Very, very good thing for us, man, since our Talonflame is going to handle the Venusaur very easily. We have almost 2 flame charges ready. We just need to fire off another one over here. Unfortunately, we're going to get hit by a Sludge bomb. We're going to have to get to Earthquake to actually knock out the Venusaur. Alright, we do knock out the Venusaur, and the Venusaur is doing a lot of damage to our Swampert. So the last Pokemon, can we actually knock it out with our Hydro Cannon? And we actually do reach it in time. We actually do get to it, and we are going to knock out the Warren. Alright, great, man. We managed to score a win on this. It was a very, very tight battle, I must say, but that was a really huge clutch, man. Alright, against the next opponent, and we're going to see that she's going to start off with Jellicent. So a lot of people are using Jellicent. I must say that probably around 20 to 30% of the time I will see people using a Jellicent, especially leading with Jellicent. I don't think I've encountered a lot of people using Jellicent as the second or third Pokemon, or should I say as the back lineup. But most of the time they will lead, like I would say 80 or 90% of the time they will be leading with Jellicent, which is quite interesting. Alright, so I'm just going to go with double Earthquakes as usual. Again, the Bubble Beam ain't going to take us out. So in order to actually be more efficient in fighting against Swampert when you're using Jellicent, you will actually want to use your Bubble Beam first, so that it reduces the attack of the Swampert. If either is it the fast move or what, then after that you actually use the Shadow Ball next. Alright, I mean, that's assuming your opponent ain't going to shield. I do not shield anymore from Jellicent when it comes to using my Shadow Swampert against it. Alright, so we're going to be met with a Nidoqueen. In fact, this Nidoqueen is very interesting. If you guys look at it, it's a Shadow Shiny Nidoqueen, or Shiny Shadow Nidoqueen. Yeah, Shiny Shadow, Shadow Shiny, whichever is the same, I guess. Alright, but the Shiny Shadow is more comfortable to say. Alright, we're going to try and Shadow Claw it down. Unfortunately, we ain't able to. We're going to shield up against this to try and win a bit of switch advantage. But we're going to pull a switch into our Talonflame to gain a bit more energy. Energy is definitely more important for Talonflame. Alright, we are met with a Scrafty. Alright, so I'm thinking if I should go with Flame Charge or go with the Brave Bird, but she has a shield left, so I'm going to try and burn the last shield. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Yeah, so that's quite unfortunate. If I had gone with Brave Bird, it will one-shot KO the Scrafty, and we would have been in a better position, but we're going to go with another Flame Charge straight away. My opponent is probably going to shield this, and then after that, I'm going to get knocked out soon. Alright, Trevenant, we need your help, man. We need your help, Trevenant. Okay, so the thing now is Trevenant can actually Seed Bomb the Scrafty and then probably do 1 or 2 more Shadow Claws to take it out. Alright, if I remember the scenario, and the Nidoqueen is left with a little bit of help. Oh no, it's not the Nidoqueen, it's the other Pokemon which I can't really remember. Alright, it's the Jellicent. So we're going to farm down the Jellicent, bring in the Scrafty again, right? And we're gonna go ahead to take it out with our Seed Bomb. Oh my god, it was a very, very close battle, man. Yeah, I must say. I think my opponent was trying to catch the second Seed Bomb, and she thought that I already have a second Seed Bomb ready, but it wasn't. So I'm against Jimmy Pickles, and she's actually like just 40 elo away from hitting Legend. And look at this, man. A lot of people are using Shadow Dragonite also. I was thinking to actually switch to Shadow Dragonite also. Unfortunately, when I was at the Ace rank, and I did try using a few different teams, and Shadow Dragonite was one of the teams that I actually did try using also. And I didn't feel comfortable using it, and I kept losing, and I didn't go too well. So eventually, I decided to just stick with this team the whole time. In fact, this is a team I've been using to climb from like I think 2005 or 2400 up to 2900. I don't think I'll be changing this team anytime soon because I managed to reach 2992 like I said. So I probably would have been able to hit Legend if that last set didn't screw me up and score like 5 losses. Alright, so we are against a Steelix, and Steelix is pretty okay for my team, especially when I have Talent Flame against it. And most people would actually just run Psychic Fang and Crunch for the, what do you call this, Steelix. Alright, so we're going to go with Flame Charge. It's going to be doing a good amount of damage to the Steelix. Steelix is still very, very, very tanky. Alright, one thing that if you guys didn't know that Steelix, alright, with no shields can actually beat a Giratina, an altered form Giratina in the Ultra League with 2 shields on the altered form Giratina, because it's not going to do a lot of damage to the Steelix at all, man. And Steelix with Crunch is just going to do a lot of damage to the Giratina, and especially with Dragon Tail also with it being used. Alright, so we're going to Flame Charge the Dragonite, taking it out. I do not want any Dragon Breath damage to be dealt onto my Talent Flame. We're going to see what's the next Pokemon, whether she's going to bring in the Steelix. Alright, we're going to bring in the Swampert now to farm it down. And I'm thinking if I should shoot this or not, because the Psychic Fang might actually almost take it out already. And then the last Pokemon is the Registeel. I'm like thinking, can I actually handle the Registeel? Alright, we're going to go with Earthquake first. It's not going to knock it out, but it's going to almost knock it out already. We're going to have to rush to get to a Hydro Cannon. We cannot get to a Hydro Cannon. We now need the Talent Flame to actually knock out the Registeel. Alright, please get to your charge move, man. Please get to your charge move. Great, we do. Actually, I was thinking to use Brave Bird just for fun, but I didn't want to. A bit of BM bad manners over there, but I didn't want to. It would have been enough, definitely enough to knock out the what do you call it, the Registeel, man, but I just wanted to secure a full guaranteed win. Alright, even overkilling my Pokemon really doesn't matter already. Alright, so against the next opponent with a shiny Giratina. So some people are using Giratina with Shadow Claw, some people are using it with Dragon Breath. I noticed that it would be like around 50-50 when it comes to the higher ratings, but if you're talking about when you are still at 2500 or 2400-ish, most people are still using Shadow Claw Giratina. Alright, the reason why I'm mentioning a lot of 2500 ratings, etc., because I noticed a lot of you guys are commenting in the comment section down below that you guys are stuck at 2500 or 2400-ish, and you guys are getting motivation from me also to see how I'm actually pushing through despite me suffering a lot of losses in the previous episodes also. So for me, I'll just keep playing and playing until the very end and just keep trying and trying and trying. Alright, you know, for the last few days and last few nights, Princess has been seeing me struggle to try and get through. And on the night where I got to 2992 and I told her, said that I think I can get to Legend tomorrow. And when I started playing it the next day, the next morning, that was one of the very few days that I usually play in the daytime. I told her, I don't think it's happening today, man. Because I lost the 5 battles in that one set and it went down and I was like, ah. Right, but anyway, you know, we just keep trying and trying, and she's been really supportive of me doing what I've been doing, and she's been really hoping that I could reach a Legend soon, and I really do want to reach it soon also. But anyway, back to this battle, you guys can see my opponent put a switch into Excavator, thinking that I probably was going to use Brave Bird, but one Flame Charge from a boosted Talent Flame is just going to knock out the Excavator totally, since it's double weak to fire. Alright, so the Snorlax is not going to stand a chance at all, man. I mean, even if I'm not gonna survive this Body Slam, I can just use the Trevenant to like take it out. But we are gonna survive that, and we can just take it out with the last Incinerate damage. Alright, so going to the next battle though, you guys can see my elo is at 2979. I was just 21 points away from hitting Legend, and this player is already at Legend at 3000 plus elo 3022, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna farm a bit more energy against the Cresselia because it takes 5 Psycho cards to get to the grass, not 5 or 6, I can't remember. Yeah, but I normally switch into my Trevenant to catch the Grass Knot after 6 or 7 Psycho Cards. Alright, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead to Shadow Ball it, and we're gonna see that our Trevenant is definitely gonna fare better than our Swampert against the Moonblast user or Grass Knot user. Alright, we're gonna go with another Shadow Ball, and let's see if our opponent is gonna shoot this or not. She is gonna shoot this. We're gonna then bring in our Talonflame, and Talonflame, since she is running Moonblast, I'm running under the assumption that she is running Grass Knot also, so hence Talonflame do not need any shields at all. Alright, but if Future Sight is being used, it will take out 50% of Talonflame's health, and that is not good at all. Alright, we're gonna go with Flame Charge to charge up a bit of energy. One more Incinerate is gonna knock out the Cresselia, but we're not gonna shoot this at all. Like I said, it will be resisted. Unfortunately, my opponent got a Future Sight. So I was wondering, if my opponent got Future Sight, why did my opponent switch into Cresselia against my Swampert? So that got me really confused, by the way. Alright, but it's okay. We're gonna go ahead with this. We're gonna catch the Rock Slide right now, and we're not gonna shoot this at all. And then we're gonna go with Hydro Cannon to knock out the oh no, we're gonna use our Earthquake Man to do a lot of damage to the Venusaur. We still have 2 shields left, so we have to be wary of that. Also, the 2 shields can be used against the Rock Slide from the Scalarian Stunfisk if needed, but my Talonflame is very low on health, so we're gonna try and get to another Hydro Cannon. We are good, and we won with 2 shields left, and that was quite insane. Alright, and we are left with probably 2 more battles or 3 more battles to check out. Alright, against the next opponent. And he's using Giratina again. So Giratina, this is Shadow Claw. Like I said, it's roughly 50-50. Alright, but in the 2400 range, is roughly around 80 or 19% of them will be using Shadow Claws. I mean, I personally will use Shadow Claw over Dragon Breath also. Excuse me. Yeah. And we're going to go with Earthquake. Like I said, we're going to go with double Earthquakes against the Giratina. Even if it's going to be shielded, it's okay, because the shields will be wasted. And the reason why we want to go with double Earthquakes and not try and bait the shield is because you can only reach 2 charge moves. Otherwise, if you're going to try and get to Hydro Cannon, 1 Hydro Cannon will be, you know, resisted damage anyways. So you might as well just go with double Earthquakes and hope you can burn 2 shields, or in fact do at least a good amount of damage to the Giratina, around 50% damage. So we actually CMP tied over there. We won CMP tie, and actually the Dragon Claw going through is a good thing for us. So excuse me, I need to drink some water, guys. My throat is really dry. Alright, back to this though. So we're gonna go with the Talonflame against the Sylveon. We're gonna go with Flame Charge to build up the damage also against Sylveon. So we resist Charm, so we don't have to worry about that at all. We're just gonna knock out the Sylveon totally. So in the past, I used to make a mistake. I used to go try and charge up energy with my Talonflame against the Sylveon, but eventually we get hit by 2 side shots. So when that happens, I have to use 1 shield. So I realized that actually just immediately firing off the Flame Charge is better, since we actually knock out the Sylveon before a second side shot comes in. Excuse me, my throat is really dry. Yeah, I'm trying to pull through this video, guys. I'm so sorry, excuse me, but don't worry, I'm still good. Alright, we're gonna use a Shadow Ball against the Giratina. Unfortunately, she put a switch into Ninetales, but she's totally okay also. But we're gonna try to get our Seed Bomb in, but nope, we failed to do so. We're gonna go with our Flame Charge immediately before any charm damage comes through. But in this situation, we are not very good. You guys want to know why? Because we need to get to a Brave Bird. In order to get to a Brave Bird, we have to undercharge that, get to a Brave Bird now. No, we failed. 3 Shadow Claws knocked us out. We weren't able to get to our move, and we lost that one. So yeah, I had to actually undercharge there to try to get to the Brave Bird, because if I overkilled the Ninetales, I will still get knocked out before getting the Brave Bird in. But if I undercharge too much, the Ninetales will be able to get to its Weather Ball and still knock us out. So that was not possible to win already from that scenario. So anyway, against the next opponent, against an Obstagoon, bringing in our Talonflame against it, after he put a switch, I think. Yeah, Night Slash, I'm not gonna shoot up against this. Oh yeah, by the way, there was one battle that I fought against someone who was using Obstagoon. He actually got 2 times boost for he using his Night Slash. I'm like, oh my. And then eventually, luckily I was able to knock out the Pokemon. And you guys can see, some people are using a Gung Shot also. Some people are using Gung Shot paired with Night Slash. Some people are using Night Slash paired with Obstruct. So far, I've not seen anybody using Cross Chop, or maybe nobody would actually use Cross Chop against my team, so hence why I don't see it at all. But yeah, Gun Shot was surprising for me, and my Talonflame got knocked out totally, and I was like, okay, that's not good. Alright, so we're gonna have to knock out the Scrafty totally. I mean, he doesn't know that I have a Trevenant at the back, and the Scrafty needs to be knocked out. Otherwise, my Trevenant ain't gonna have a good time at all, man. But I decided to let this go through because I'm gonna get knocked out by the but the counters anyway. So I'm not gonna shoot up against that. We're gonna go with Seed Bomb. Gonna pull a switch into Nidoqueen, which is kind of okay for us. We have 2 shields left, but the Nidoqueen is gonna act as a supportive role right now to actually lower our defense. But now the situation is we would have to actually build up our energy to use our Seed Bomb against the Scrafty. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go with our Seed Bomb now. We are 1 Shadow Claw away from getting to another Seed Bomb. This will knock out the Nidoqueen already. We're gonna go with that, and this will almost knock out the Scrafty. You'll be left with 1 sliver of health. This is the one that I think I remember is left with 1 sliver of health. 1 more Shadow Claw is gonna knock it out. Boom. Hang on. We're gonna shoot this, guys. And 1 more Shadow Claw is gonna knock it out. Right? 1 more Shadow Claw is gonna knock it out, right? Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. I didn't expect that my opponent had enough energy, that's one. And I didn't expect that my opponent would actually try and bait me with that also. So that was a really good play by my opponent, man. So anyway, against the next opponent, and it's against a Galarian Stunfisk, we have a very, very good lead over here. Alright, it's a level 50 Hundo Galarian Stunfisk. Just checking the time, it's 11:40 AM right now. I need to meet my friends at 12:45 PM, so I still have a bit of time. We're gonna go with Earthquake. It's gonna 1-hit KO the Galarian Stunfisk. Let me drink some water. Trevenant is gonna be back. We're gonna go with Hydro Cannon. Alright, and see if we can actually do a little bit more damage. I did not want to switch into my other Pokemon because I was afraid that he would actually switch into something else that would take on my Talonflame. But it's okay, now that he actually brought in Nidoqueen telling me that he doesn't have really good counter against the Talonflame. I'm good to go with the Brave Bird and then pull a switch into Trevenant. Unfortunately, I just got met with the Poison Fang. I'm thinking if I was going to shoot this, and I am going to shoot this because my defense has fallen. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit more energy generation, and then we're going to pull a switch into Trevenant now. Alright, so let's see, Poison Fang, that's going to lower our defense as usual, and we're going to try to get to our Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, we got met with another Poison Fang, but it's totally fine. Alright, so it's okay, there are people walking behind of me, it's totally fine, guys. Okay, Shadow Ball, and then we're going to see how is this going to take out the Nidoqueen. Nope. Alright, we're going to go with another Seed Bomb. No, we just got taken out by the Poison Fangs, man. Alright, so I'm thinking if I want to shoot this, I'm going to let this go through because we can still survive a Poison Fang. And then after that, when the next Pokemon that comes in is going to be the Trevenant, we can actually just use 1 Brave Bird to knock it out. And also we need to shield up against the next Poison Fang because that would do more damage than the first one. Alright, he's going to bring in the Trevenant. I'm going to go with our Flame Charge. Alright, it will knock out the Trevenant. We're going to try and get to another Flame Charge. Hopefully! No. It's the same situation as just now that Giratina. 3 fast moves took us out and I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, after doing those 150 battles, alright, in between I did say I reached 2,992 elo, but at the very end we managed to hit 2,873 elo. So I mean, at least I would say that after this episode we gained around 30 points, and it's not a negative gain, but hope to actually reach it soon because I told Princess that once I hit Legend I'm gonna stop playing Go Battle League for this season totally, because I would still like to spend time to actually do other stuff, because I thought I would have been able to finish this before I even arrived to Singapore. Unfortunately I wasn't able to, and hopefully to catch my Pikachu Libre also. Maybe now I can have a Singapore Pikachu Libre instead, and that would be my second, right? Second, yeah, that's my first. Oh wait, I had my first one for season 10, right? Yeah, it's okay. So that's all from me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next episode in the next video. Alright, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.